Hey besties and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be doing a review on the comebacks in November. Please remember that these are just my opinions. Now, let's get started with the video.
Blame it on my youth. Hey, you can blame it on that. Blame it on my youth. 留下遗憾 past life. 想我去那上海. Way too much juice.
I know they're mainly a Chinese group, but they're a part of NCT, so I wanna talk about them. In the beginning of the song, I thought it was going to be a slow chill song with a slight beat, which even though that's not much of my taste, I would have still been okay with it. But then that chorus came in. Of course, in the traditional NCT style, you can never predict how the song, let alone the chorus, will sound, but I didn't expect that type of chorus. It wasn't bad or anything, but the little high-pitched sound when they say youth is just so annoying and threw me off from the song. I like the fact that they were gradually increasing the tempo and making the song more upbeat, but I think the chorus should have been more along the lines of Moonwalk in terms of the vibe and progression. Is the chorus kinda catchy? Yeah, but it's definitely not the highlight of the song for me. The rest of the songs was nice though, especially that bridge. Like at least I knew I could count on them to serve vocals and a pretty bridge. The main parts the song that I don't like and just kinda turns me off from listening to the song more is the chorus and the rap parts, just because most of the chorus irritates me and the raps parts just felt a bit off. But it wasn't too bad. I don't think this is their worst song at all, but it's not one of my favorites and they just changed the chorus a bit. Then I'd probably like it more, so I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Standing next to you, standing in the fire next to you. Oh, you know it's deeper than the rain, it's deeper than the pain.
After months, Jungkook finally made his official debut and honestly, I have very mixed feelings about it. First off, I wasn't really crazy about 7 even though it was catchy. 3D was better and I love the early 2000s JT vibes. And this song is even better. When 7 was released, I thought the title track would be boring and a Charlie Puth or Justin Bieber type of song, but I actually really like it. The slight retro vibes are nice here without carrying the whole song, and I love how he's showing more of his vocal abilities. The dance break was amazing, and even though the song is pretty simple, it still has enough depth to where it doesn't feel boring. And the best part is that there's no random ass rap feature that doesn't make sense. The only thing is that the album was boring. Like really boring. I love Jungkook, but most of the songs felt like something you'd hear in a mall from 2017 and not in a good way. The fact that even ARMYs and Jungkook stans aren't making much noise about the other songs is crazy. Overall, his debut felt lacking in terms of the music and I expected more, but I do like this song and it's growing on me a lot, so I'm gonna give it another 7.5 out of 10.
찾을 수 없게 crush me 날 부셔도 날 지켜 crush me 무너져도 난 버텨 crush me 널 위해서는 wow.
When I heard they were having their first comeback, I thought it would be similar to their debut with a bright or energetic concept, but it's literally the complete opposite. I was kinda disappointed because they were doing something pretty different from other boy groups, but this comeback is pretty much like any other boy group but just not as noisy. The song also felt super rushed, not production-wise, but it just went by so quickly I didn't get time to process different parts of the song. I do like the slide drum and bass sound in the beginning and I wish they would have kept that throughout the whole song, and the chorus is nice. I just wish that first part of the chorus because it was just unnecessary. I do like Melting Point much better and I wish it was the title track instead, but this is alright, so I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10.
I'm a girl with attitude, crystal head in Malibu. I walk the avenue, yeah, the girl you're falling to. Girl with attitude, crystal head in Malibu.
I don't think this is her actual comeback yet and more of a pre-release, but I love this song so much. It's just so Hyuna. Like I can't imagine any other K-pop idol doing this song, and even though it's really short, I still think it gets the job done. It's so cunty, and although it's basically just a performance video, it still has very artistic elements that matches Hyuna's style perfectly, and I love that for her. I hope this is gonna be the direction she goes in for her upcoming comeback, because I personally prefer this rather than her P-Nation songs, and hopefully we can get an actual full album since she's been a soloist for over 10 years, so I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10. honestly. I thought that after the huge scandal, she'd just be out of the public eye. But I'm so happy for her that she stepped out and continued to pursue what she loves even if it's by herself. I think it's cool how she did a traditional concept for her debut considering her last comeback with G-Idol was the same concept. But that could just be coincidence. The title track isn't bad, but to me, it's very lacking and kind of boring. Like it's not annoying or anything but it just feels like a regular ass song with an anti-drop. It actually reminds me of Flower in a way. The album is much better though because I feel like it shows more sides of her both in concept and vocals. I could never really tell if she could sing or not, but after this, you can definitely tell that she has a pretty voice. She didn't try too hard or sing the same way she used to, so it's a nice balance. I like the songs Tai Tai, Sunset, and Sunflower. Overall, the title track didn't wow me or anything but considering how the Korean public still feels about her, I do think it wasn't bad to go for a simple song and the B-sides are really good as well. I'm rooting for her and I think she has the potential to be a good soloist, so I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. From the east side to the west side. Oh, something I like about them is how even though they technically do girl crush concepts, it's still not the typical girl crush and so far, it seems like they're open to trying new things. Although I'm not into Western stuff, I like the Western Wild West influence in the song because it adds some edge to it. The pre-chorus and last chorus is my favorite part and even though the song isn't really something I'd listen to and it doesn't really stand out to me, I like the concept and it's an interesting song with nice vocals, so I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
Just feel the rock, feel the rock. Just feel the rock, feel the rock.
Although I haven't been into their recent releases, the funk instrumental in the beginning kind of grabbed me in and I think it suits them really well. Most of the verses are pretty catchy and have a nice groove to them and even though I don't mind this chorus and I actually like it better than their other ones, it just doesn't stick to me. I do like the last chorus or outro with how powerful and fun it is. Like it cheats, I don't know what to tell you. The concept is pretty cool and even though I don't care about this song, I do like it more than their previous comebacks, so I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10.
I bring all the drama, I bring drama, with my girls in the back, drama, I bring drama,
I love Spicy a lot since I didn't know if they're gonna continue with that concept or do something different again. It seems like they're mostly back to their futuristic concept, which although I love the concept for Spicy, this one is amazing. It feels like a sci-fi action movie and the concept photos ate down so hard it's not even funny. The song starts off very intense with Karina rapping which I like because I think it sets off the vibe of the rest of the song. The pre-chorus is beautiful as always and I was a bit nervous on how the chorus would sound since those can be iffy with songs like this. But I was gagged, like it's so good. That hard-hitting metallic-like beat really made the chorus and although repetitive phrase choruses aren't my favorite type of chorus, I think that the way they changed it up made it great and it wasn't annoying or anything. The bridge was so good as well, but that last chorus devoured bad, like they came in that studio hungry. I absolutely love the part where Winder says you know I'm savage. Like that part right there is just the cherry on top of the song for me. I'm so happy that they ended the song like that, because if it was just the chorus with a more intense beat, I probably would just slightly enjoy the song, but that part made me love it. There's many good or catchy parts here that are just naturally captivating and it doesn't feel like they're trying to make you like that part. The choreography is great as well. I don't usually talk about choreography, but I feel like this one just enhances the song a lot. This isn't necessarily their sci-fi Kwangya concept, but it's still in that similar realm, but just in a different direction which I really appreciate. The album is good, but not my favorite. I love Hot Air Balloon, Trick or Trick, and Don't Blink, but that's pretty much it. So far, nothing has beat the Savage album and I don't think anything will, but at least the title track 8. I love this comeback so much and it's even better when you can see that even the members are enjoying it, so I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10. I already made a whole in-depth review about this comeback, but I'll just briefly summarize what I think about it. I pretty much have the same thought I had when I first reviewed, but the song grew on me even more. Besides Really Bad Boy, I feel like this is a song that really represents Red Velvet as a whole with their identity. Like, it's the perfect mix of creepy and bright without overlapping or being too jarring. The album is so amazing too. My favorite songs are still Underwater obviously, Bulldozer, and Knock Knock, but I love Nightmare as well. Even the slower songs aren't that boring to me. I know a lot of y'all weirdos are gonna talk about how this is their downfall, but I think it's just proving how truly great they are, and this is just for the ones who truly get it, so I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10.
Nobody but you.
Honestly, I did not expect this at all, especially with those three. Like, it's not completely random, but it's been a while since we've gotten a collab like this. I think their voices go together pretty well even with Soyeon's, and I'm so glad she wasn't really rapping in this because it wouldn't fit. Also real quick, why the fuck were they all by themselves? Like, I get it if they all came together during the chorus, but they were just by themselves. The weirdest part is that you can tell that they're on the same set with the theater, but all we got was a badly photoshopped clip of them at the end. It was just so lazy to me. Anyways, there's nothing really special about this song, but it has a nice groove to it. Some of the parts are pretty repetitive, and even though those parts aren't annoying, it just makes the song a bit stale. I feel like whoever made this tried to create another wow thing moment by putting Soyeon in here, but it just didn't work. Like, people still mention wow thing, but I promise you, barely anyone is gonna be screaming about this for years to come. Again, it's not bad at all and I like some parts of it, but it's just nothing special, so I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. I literally had no idea they were even having a comeback, but it seems like they're doing a retro sound this time but still incorporating their vampire story. Honestly, I really don't have much to say about this song. Like, it's okay. The chorus is kinda catchy but can get annoying after a while. I do like the little vocal moments in there, such as that high note before the chorus. Overall, it's objectively a good song, but it's alright and I just personally don't care for it that much, so I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10.
Careful what you have. Problem 못해 my band 끌어당겼다. Slowly switch up, moving fast. 걸렸어 in my track 이미 늦었어. Hey oh my god. Baby give me.
I feel like most releases from the boys are usually iffy for me, especially when it comes to their darker concepts, but I actually really like this one. Instead of just being a noisy dark song, which I don't mind most of the time, but it gets tiring, they gave us something kinda cunty. The only thing I don't really care for is the first part of the chorus just because I ain't feeling it that much, but the rest is good. Especially that part where that guy sings, "Hello my name is what you want it to," like it's been stuck in my head since it came out. The bridge and last chorus is great as well. This isn't my favorite release from this, but I do like it, so I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. It's literally been 5 years since they had a comeback. 2 members left. 1 member couldn't even participate in this comeback, but they did it. I really like how this is still in their dark concept, but it's not a copy-paste of their older songs. It's very hard-hitting in an emotional way and the vocals really help with it. I hate how it's barely getting noticed since VIXX has so many great songs and I've been waiting for them to come back. Sometimes, not all songs need to have a lot going on to be good, because this song is simple in terms of formula, but it's a great song that gets the job done, so I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. At first, I thought this was going to be completely different sound for them, but I'm so glad that they kept their rock sound, but put a more industrial and some hip-hop influence in it. The chorus has a very cool yet powerful sound without trying hard. Although their impactful and emotional songs like Deja Vu and Bon Voyage are great, I also really like it when they change things up and show that even with their distinct rock sound, they still manage to serve versatility. I don't know if I'd listen to this song on my own, but I really like it and they're truly proving how great their discography is, so I'm gonna give it another 8.5 out of 10. To be honest, I didn't even think that they were gonna debut this year with the way things have been going for YG and that he's literally in jail now, but they finally debuted. In some way, I kind of expected them to release a song like this, considering the company they're from, and it's unfortunate. Now I'm not really a Blink, so I'm not trying to be one of those people when I say that this straight up sounds like a rejected Blackpink song. This could just be YG's formula. But the main problem I have with this song is how bland and unoriginal it is. I'm not expecting anything spectacular or unique, but you'd think they'd give their new girl group something different and not just discarded Blackpink songs that don't even seem to fit them. They need to understand that they can't keep making their new girl groups the new One or Blackpink, because it's just getting tiring. I don't think the song is bad or anything, and I've definitely seen worse debuts, but there's nothing about this song that makes me wanna go listen to it. There's some catchy parts, but that's it. I just hope they give the group their own identity, sound, and concept that's fitting for them, because it's getting annoying. I don't hate the song, but it's disappointing, so I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10.
Please don't tell me, wait.
Although I definitely recognize Dino and notice him sometimes, I never really stood out to me that much, just because there's a lot of members that catch my attention more, so I was wondering what type of sound he would do for his debut. I love the addition, the pianos, and it kinda reminds me of a song from like 2008 in a way. I just don't know how to describe it. The verses are probably my favorite part of the song with how groovy the melody is. The chorus is good, but I just wish it was more full. Overall, this is a pretty nice song, so I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. And that's the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you'd want, and have a good day. Bye besties.